All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I've been going over the PowerPoint presentations for Murox ASP.NET 4.6 with C# 2015 6th edition. I am toward the end of Chapter 19 in the book, which is on how to secure a web application, and we're about to go in and look at, in a little bit more depth and breadth of coverage, a shopping cart application that uses TLS SSL. So this particular page, and I think I can blow it up. Can I blow it up? Yes, I can, but not that much. All right. This particular slide shows the 5 pages of the shopping cart application. The application lets the user select products and displays the shopping cart without establishing a secure connection. When the user clicks the checkout button from the cart page, a secure connection is established. The secure connection is maintained while the 2 checkout pages and the confirmation page are displayed. When the user clicks the return to order button on the confirmation page, the order page is redisplayed without a secure connection. Now this is hard to see, but in English what they're saying is if you start to look at this stuff, don't even know if it'll let me do this, what I want to do here. All right, so we're on the shopping cart page, and it's a regular HTTP page. When we start to go to the checkout pages, that's order. All right, so we're still at HTTP, so we're ordering something. Okay, we've ordered it. After we ordered it, it goes into our shopping cart. Then, I think I got it, there we go. We go to the checkout page. And you'll notice that once we go into the checkout page, let me move it over, right here, that it now becomes an HTTPS connection. Why? Well, that information, at least some of that information, could very well be considered sensitive information. There are a lot of companies that if they could get this information from everybody, well, what do they have? They have your email address. They also have your personal address and your phone number. All right? So once you put in that information and you click Continue Checkout, then you go to the second page. Well, the second page has got literally your personal information in it because it has your payment, probably Visa, MasterCard, etc. Now, this may have to be changed today because a lot of people pay through PayPal. That really is kind of irrelevant to the conversation. But again, since this page has got sensitive information, definitely, all right, this page would also be an HTTPS page. Also, this page, although they don't show it, would probably need that validation code that's in there too. All right. The confirmation page is still an HTTPS page. All right, and it says here, thank you for your order. Click here to track your page. Well, that's an important thing, that click here. It's HTTPS because when you click there, you'll get some kind of a routing number. All right. This is still considered to be sensitive information, which is why, again, you wouldn't be allowing people to see the checkout pages or the confirmation page. All right. Again, I was not really able to show that to you in here very well on the actual running app. But if I come in here and say checkout, again, it's not secure because of the way I guess that it's set up. All right. So it says attackers might try to say this. So I don't know why, but I guess it's because mine isn't set up to actually work. All right, so we'll have to look at that when we get to that part in the actual classroom. So when the user clicks the checkout button from the cart page, the browser is redirected to the first checkout page, which will use a secure connection. When the user clicks the Continue Checkout button on the first checkout page, the browser is redirected to the second checkout page, and it remains with a secure or HTTPS connection. When the user clicks the Accept Order button, they're redirected to the confirmation page, which again still includes the HTTPS secure connection. Finally, when the user clicks the Return to Order button from the confirmation page, they go back to the order page and an unsecure connection. So when we look right here and we take a look at the code that's right here, all right, at the top here, what you see is the code for the click event for the checkout button. This code creates the URL that the value of the element with a secure path key that's specified in the app section of the web.config file. All right. In the code on the first checkout page, which is right here, in that code you see that the load event handler checks if a secure connection has been established. If it has not been established, a URL with a secure path key is created. Then the browser is redirected to that secure URL. If the user clicks that button, they receive, if they click the Continue Checkout button, a relative URL is used to display the second checkout page. All right? Which means that a secure connection is going to be maintained. If you click Cancel or Continue Shopping, you're redirected back again to the unsecured page. Now, some of the confirmation code is also shown here. If the user clicks the Return to Order button on the page, the order page is redone with a secure, if you go back to the order page, you go back to a non-secure page. All right, that's what they're showing here with the unsecure path. All right, this is another one that's actually, I guess, added security. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So in this chapter, was very short with just 2 lectures. We talked about developing a web application that uses one or more secure pages and testing that application with IIS Express. Now, I only did that with limited success, but I did talk to you about how secure connections work. I showed you the difference between TLS and SSL. We talked about what TLS and SSL do. We talked about how digital certificates work, how their strength affects their level of security, how ideally you'll have 256-bit encryption, and a little bit about how IIS provides for working with secure connections. All right, that is it for Chapter 19. When we get to the next chapter, which starts on page 712, in that chapter, sorry about that, we will be going over in Chapter 20 how to authenticate and authorize users. And I will be back with that lecture very shortly.